Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I want to provide to you guys a letter of inspiration and motivation for everybody out there who's working hard and slowly trying to achieve your dreams. And part of the reason why I'm making today's video, I actually referenced this video yesterday in yesterday's video. I referenced this email that I got from Eric. Eric is one of the viewers here on the channel, and he sent me a message, which like I said, I get some of these messages here and there, every day, maybe 2 to 3 messages a day, whether it be through email, comments, something like that, where people are not really asking any questions. They're not really asking for help. They're just thankful. They're reaching out to me and they just want me to know how much impact I've done for them. And I'm not making this video to, for a pat on the back, but I'm actually making this video for all the people that were close to giving up, that were close to giving up on themselves, really, is the most important thing. And I just want you guys to know that we all start from the exact same spot. Nobody starts a store on Redbubble or on their own website or on Etsy with thousands of dollars in sales. Nobody starts like that. Everybody starts at ground zero with $0.00. And, everybody has the ability to change their life and do something. And sometimes that change could be minuscule in the beginning. Sometimes it could be, just paying for a light bill or paying for some gas money in your car, or paying for some groceries. That could be it in the beginning. It doesn't have to be something huge. And then over time, it could develop. And like I said, the reason why I'm making this video is specifically for motivation for all the people who are on that journey where they're kind of struggling and they're not sure if they can make it or not. Trust me, guys, I remember the day where I think I was just like making, in the beginning, it was very, very early in the beginning, like maybe $75, about roughly 75, anywhere from 50 to like 150 a day. So I'll just say 75, right? Every single day for like 3 months straight. And I knew at that point, I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. There hasn't been a single day where I haven't made money, and this was many years ago. And I told myself, I'm really going to stick to this for the rest of my life. I'm going to try to figure something out to where I'll never go to work for somebody. And I already had known what that felt like. I already knew what working for people felt like. I had 3 jobs. I was working, all throughout high school, even in college. So I was trying my best. And like I said, I want to read this email, and I want to read you guys some of the other comments I got on my YouTube. So Eric says, hello. I just wanted to say thank you. I've been watching you on YouTube for quite a while now, and finally in October 2023, I decided to jump on Redbubble to start my print-on-demand journey. With the things I've learned from watching your videos, I was able to go up 1 tier and had 1 sale by the end of the month of October. It is now the end of my 2nd month, which is November, and I have had 5 sales this month. I know it's not much, but every single day I'm learning and getting better, and I want to thank you for that. I've learned so much from your videos on YouTube, and I try to put them into practice. I have found that I am not good at keeping up with trends, so I decided to go on the evergreen route of patterns and landscape designs, and it has worked out for me. Thank you for the encouragement and education you give education you give to those who are wanting and willing to put in your lessons into practice. I know I have a lot to learn. With the small success that I've gained, I honestly feel like that I can really accomplish the goals that I've set in place. Thank you, and I hope to have a great rest of the year. I hope that you have a great rest of the year. Take care, Eric. So first of all, huge shout out to Eric. A huge shout out to all the people who are out there achieving success, working super hard, going harder than they've ever went before. And I want to be clear about something, guys. Once you get that first sale, your life changes, because now it's not a theory anymore. Now it's not a guess. It's not, can this really make me money? Or is it possible to truly make me money? It can at that point. At that point, it's just a matter of growth. That's all it is, because now your fears, your anxieties, your preconceived notions are all put at ease because you know that it's possible. I think I've shared this before a few times. When I first started with that very first business, my only concern was, is this really going to work? And all I needed in my mind was, like I said, that first sale. Just put my mind at ease. All I need is one sale just to know that this is a real thing, right? I want that money to hit my bank account, and I want to make sure that it's real. And once that happened, guys, I remember I had energy like never before. I mean, you guys think I'm determined and disciplined now. You guys should have seen me when I was at my youngest, working as hard as I possibly can. I was unbreakable. There was not a moment or a minute of time that I was awake that I wasn't working. And I know that sounds psychopathic, but in a very normalized or healthy way, I was psychopathic. I was very, very adamant about success. And I knew that was the only path for me. I had to find my own way out of it. And I say this, I said this before, and I sometimes say this to you guys, is that nobody's going to come and save you. I don't mean that in a way of nobody's going to help you, but really what I mean is that only you have the ability to get yourself out of where you want to be. You know, you could take all the courses in the world, and they could be amazing courses. They could be the best course in the world. You could listen to the best people, but nobody's going to do the work for you. And that's exactly what I felt. And I think one of the hardest but greatest days of my life was realizing that really nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to help me out. Nobody's coming to save me, and I got to figure this out myself. And I was young. It was my, I think, like my first year in college or second year in college. You know, been working for a while, no success. And I told you guys this before. For the first 3 years, I didn't make really any money at all. But I was working every day, and I was putting in 20-hour days. I was putting in 16-hour days, easily putting in 16-hour days. Many days out of the week, I would sleep 4 hours a night. And the days that I wouldn't sleep 4 hours a night, I wouldn't sleep. I would just put in all-nighters. I'm not sitting here saying that everybody should do that. I was at my peak performance in terms of health-wise. I did sacrifice sleep. And it did affect me. I'm not going to sit here and act like it didn't. I think the trade was worth it personally, but I put in so much work to get where I wanted to be, and it ended up paying off. My point with everything that I'm saying is you guys have the ability to do it too. I could do all these videos. I could do all the greatest things on YouTube. I can make millions of dollars myself and showing you guys how to do it. But if you guys don't put in the work, nothing's going to happen for you. And, you know, I'm not one of these YouTubers that are going to talk about manifesting and all that kind of nonsense, because I personally think it's nonsense. I don't sit there and meditate. I've never meditated a day in my life. The closest thing I get to meditation is sleeping. I mean, that's the closest. I don't meditate. I don't sit there and do yoga. I don't do any of that stuff. I just work out, you know, do the business stuff. And that's really it. There's nothing much to it. It's just getting the work done. And I know there's a lot of people that make things seem like there's a way out, you know, where they try to advertise certain substances like your ayahuasca and things like that to try to get you out of certain things. And I'm telling you, that's not the route. There's only one way to success, and that's doing the work. There's really nothing else to it. And one thing that I could say is there are some people, I'm not going to say a lot because it's not a lot. There are some people who come on my YouTube videos who's never heard of me before. They might see, like, you know, one of my flashy videos where, let's say I have a Redbubble account made $13K or a Zazzle account made $50K or whatever the case may be, and they'll say, is it truly possible you can make money doing this, or something like that. They'll say something like that. And, you know, I look at those people and I think to myself, unfortunately, certain people, you can give them everything in the world that can help them move a certain direction. They just won't do it. So, some people are just not meant for it. And it's not that they're not meant for it. It's not that it's not in the cards for them, but it's not in the cards for them due to their own actions, due to their own behaviors and their own beliefs. And there's really nothing you could do for them. And, you know, it's sad, but it's the reality. It's the reality of life, is that, you know, there's two sides to every lifestyle, every person. And, you know, everybody has their own story, but there's not everybody's going to be successful. That's just the way it is. But every single person listening to this video can be, and everybody has the opportunity to be. It's just simply a matter of your actions. And I want to read some comments from the YouTube video. I probably had to blur the last scene because obviously people's emails I need to keep confidential. But here's a comment that I got 22 minutes ago from Aaron Young. By the way, shout out to Aaron Young. I remember Aaron Young, he used to comment on all my videos like 2 years ago. Shout out to him. He says, my first sale was the first 5 designs in the cat niche. It took about 2 months because I quit because I thought nothing was happening. Then one day I looked in my inbox telling me I had a sale. If I didn't get that sale, I wouldn't even bothered with POD. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He blessed me with the sale to move on. So that's a beautiful thing, right? This Aaron Young, a viewer on the channel, shout out to you. Clearly, he was going through it, going through the struggle, and he got the sale. He got a sale, and that changed his viewpoint, And I tell you guys this all the time, right? I say no matter the outcome, keep working. And I only tell you guys this because I've done it myself. I can't speak on things I haven't done. I'm telling you, I remember for 3 years working every single day. And there were no vacations for me. There were no days off. There were no celebrations. I didn't have any birthday parties. Don't get me wrong. Those things existed, but I worked those days. There were no days off. And I'm not saying that you guys should always follow my path. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just being an example for you guys because I'm telling you what I've been through. And there was no moments where I sat to myself and I said, I feel bad for myself, and I patted myself on the back. That didn't happen. And I just kept working and working and working, and eventually I had my very first breakthrough. And like I said, I told this story before. I was coming home from college, opened up the laptop, turned the laptop on, just logged into the back end of my website. And for some reason, before I logged into my website, something felt different. And I logged into the account, and there on the left-hand side of the dashboard, next to the word orders, there was a number 1 on the screen. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I clicked on it, and there was the first order. It was the first order from somebody in New York. He bought a hoodie for me for $59. Now, I want you guys to think of something. Back then, when I was in college, $59 was insane for a piece of clothing. I couldn't think of that. I was too poor to afford any of that. I was, it was insane. And I remember I was like, is this real? So I was almost like blinking. I couldn't believe my eyes. So I refreshed the page a few times and I was like, wait a minute, this is real. This is not a glitch. And I ran downstairs, told my dad what happened. He couldn't believe it. And I placed the order, got it done, and that was it. And the rest is history. But, I tell you guys this all the time. Work when nobody's watching. Work, even if you don't have the results, because nothing is unaccounted for. When you work and you're not getting sales, you're still getting something. You're going to get some sort of results. You're going to get some sort of skills. You're going to get some sort of characteristics that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Now, think about it this way, right? You have friends doing the same thing you're doing. Let's say they quit because they don't get sales or they feel lazy or whatever the case may be, but you're still working. There's going to be a time where you lap them. And I told my dad this the other day where it wasn't the other day. It was a few weeks ago. But it was my birthday. And he said, I told him, I don't quit. I don't ever, there's not a single day where I'm not going to work. There's not a single day where I'm going to take a day off. At least not now, right? In my working life. And I told him that. And he said to me, well, obviously, I mean, you were working when you got paid nothing. Now you're going to just decide not to work? Of course not. And that's what I told him too, is I would say, just give me the days where I'm going to make money, because I've been working every day when I'm not making money. Trust me, it's easy to work when you don't have the money. But now when you're all of a sudden making success, making money, that's when it's harder to work. That's when it's it's easy to basically get up out of bed, go to work when you're struggling, financially. It's harder when you have everything given to you at that point, or you earned everything. Because I don't want to use the word given to you, because people might take that the wrong way. Of course, God gives me every blessing, but people might think I was somebody who handed me a website or handed me a business. This was over 8 years ago. So you're thinking, not over 8 years ago, but let's say 8 years ago. It's a long time, and I've been grinding. So I want to see the other comments. Shout out to Dr. Jonasy. Dr. Jonasy, by the way, has been one of the realest viewers of my channel for a really long time. shout out to him. I'm shout out to you. There's really nothing else I could say other than thank you. But he's a watcher of the channel. He says your channel is one of the best because it's not fluff. It's literally, hey guys, do this, stick to it, get the results if you want. Here's some tools to assist. If you do it, you make money. Simple as that. I got some of your courses. He's probably talking about the ones on autopilotpassiveincome.com. He says, I also got the Udemy course. I don't have a Udemy course. I have Skillshare, so it's probably a mistake on his part, but that's all right. He says, but they are long and drawn out. I have not seen precise results-driven content like this yet on YouTube. Most people are too basic with no proof or too complex sounding. Shout out to Dr. Jonesy. He's always got my back since the beginning. Shout out to you, man. I remember his comments, like I said, from like 2 years ago plus, so shout out to him. Let's see. Pink Girl Eyes, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, says, thank you for all your videos. I watch them every day. Please continue to post great videos. Shout out to you. Let's see here. By the way, Miss Molly posted a comment. I'm happy to answer your comment. I just left you some questions, so answer them back when you're ready, and we'll get into that. XSync419 says, very smart. Thank you. Shout out to you. I do have to reply to some of these comments. So yeah, I'm trying to reply to you guys. Thank you guys. Let's see here. Like I said, I get these comments pretty awesome all the time. And somebody says here, I am Macy Burrow, but that's okay. 1334. You are the only content creator I get so much information and inspiration. Thank you for your hard work. You're an extraordinary human being. First of all, shout out to you. I am Macy. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the, good words, motivating words. You guys don't know how much it helps me personally. It says, when you announced your Will SCZK, shout out to you. He says, when you announced your plans for 2024, that inspired me to force myself to create new designs every day. And as a result, I'm creating my best designs ever. I used up all of my old design ideas and had come up with new ones. That and the experience gained throughout the ongoing process improved my design quality. Shout out to you, man. Will SCZK. It's a tongue twister. Shout out to you. I got to definitely reply to these comments, so forgive me for that. But you guys are the best. I mean, you guys, first of all, give me these positive comments. I appreciate it. And everybody, what I wanted this community to be is all about moving forward in success, moving forward, making money, grinding hard, being successful. And like I told you guys this when I mentioned my 2024 plans, is I want this YouTube channel to be the #1 place for real information to make money. I'm not talking about these YouTubers that talk about the next biggest trend. I'm not talking about the YouTubers that, literally copy paste content, which is the same as everybody else's. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. And frankly, the only downside, and I'll tell you guys this honestly, and it kind of gets me a little bothered, but the only downside about the content that I'm making, the only downside, is you got other YouTubers, and I'm not going to say names, they know exactly who they are, who literally just copy your content straight up. And there was even one YouTuber, which, once again, I'm not going to mention his name. Some people are going to know who I'm talking about, that... And I don't want to call out anybody because I'm not a demon. I don't wish bad on anyone, even if they're copying my stuff. But he had no choice but to steal the content on my video. So he acted as if he was reacting to my video. I'm not going to say who he is, but if I've been noticing that he's been taking my topics for over a year and a half, just video after video after video. And it's not every video, it's just the videos that do well. Because for him, YouTube is a business. For him, that's what it is. And the way I look at it is I don't copy people's content because I don't copy people's designs on Redbubble or TeePublic or whatever the case may be. That's just unintelligent to me. I come up with my own creative ideas, but that's how some people live, right? They just take off of others. And once again, I'm not going to call him out. Personally, if I did ever call him out, I believe my YouTube channel would be hammered with hate because this person is such a big YouTuber. For every video that I make, he gets 4, 5, 10 times the views, which is fine. I personally don't want the hate. It's just a little frustrating, but it happens. I'm not going to say names once again, but it's the reality. And this is how it is. I remember when I created a beginner's guide to TeePublic and Redbubble, he came out with the videos that are copying the exact things that I was doing once again, and his videos blew mine out of the water in terms of views. And it were the same videos, same titles, same, I don't want to say same style thumbnails, but it was same exact concepts. And yeah. And I'm not talking about Ryan. Ryan is I'm a fan of him. He's a friend of mine. He gave me an interview on his channel. I'm not talking about him because I know some people are going to say it's him. It's definitely not him. He does his own thing. He actually leads the way with YouTube. He's a good guy. But yeah, guys. And by the way, if you guys are being copied in your content as well, like just the other day, I got some takedowns on some profitable designs I was making, I made on Redbubble like a year ago. It happens. You're always going to have these people in communities, whether it be print on demand, YouTube, whatever business you're in, that can't be creative enough and can't create their own thing. They have to watch what other people are doing, and then they just mimic it. That's literally what they do. They're grifters at the end of the day. But those people are at where they're at. Those people are not they have no creativity. They literally just take other people's stuff, figuring out how they can make a small change to it, and just put it up as if it's their own. And that's fine. And I know every single person who watches this YouTube channel, guys, they deal with similar things. They deal with similar stuff. You know what I'm saying? They deal with copycats on Redbubble, copycats on TeePublic, on Merch by Amazon, whatever the case may be, and they just take a little bit of your money. But you got to realize, guys, the character, the skills, everything you're developing, you're becoming a different person. You know what I'm saying? You're becoming a different person. I'll put things into perspective. The guy who I was 10 years ago is not the same person I am now. I want you guys to understand that, right? We're not remotely the same. The person I am now, I have supreme self-confidence. I have supreme ability where I believe that I can do anything or achieve anything. I believe that I can be successful in any realm of human endeavor. I believe that I could do anything. But these are individuals that are going to be the same people. These copycats are going to be the same people that, let's just be honest, they just have nothing else to do but copy. That's all they can do. So don't try to get discouraged from the copycats, but hey, it happens. And I know it's frustrating. Trust me, I've been there. I wanted to read this comment as well. P Shiv 29. Hey, Autopilot. Shout out to you. Jumping on to say thanks for the videos. Just started with Instagram a couple days ago. Just got my first Redbubble sale. See, guys, this is awesome. P Shiv, shout out to her. She got her first Redbubble sale with Instagram. Do you guys see what I'm saying here? I've been showing you guys the Instagram stuff for God knows how long now, and she got her first sale. I told you guys this, the very first day I did the Instagram, within 16 hours I got my first sale on the Instagram. It says I'm on a fixed income, more month at the end of the money, but I'm having to follow manually though on Instagram. One tiny sale is enough for me to keep creating and posting on Redbubble, hopefully get more. First of all, this is an individual right here, guys, who's gonna get more. Who's going to get more success, who's going to keep growing. And the reason why I could say that is instead of her using the tool, where's the tool here? Let me pull it up in my inbox. This is the Pinterest tool, okay? I don't think I have it on this computer. I might have it on a different computer. Well, not might, but I definitely do. But this computer, I don't have it. This is the Pinterest tool, right? Follow and follow. I have the Instagram tools, the Twitter tools, whatever. This is an individual who couldn't afford the tool. So what did she do? She went out there and did it manually. And in a matter of days, couple of days, I think she said here, what'd she say? Started Instagram a couple of days. Matter of a couple of days, she got her first sale. Look at that, guys. That's just a perfect example of hard work. I could go on and read this stuff for days. Like this person says here, Happiness 8038 says, many thanks to your videos. I'm always impressed with your sense of ideas you deliver. I appreciate all that you do. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are the best once again. I don't want to keep this video for too long. I still have to edit it. It's already a late night. You guys know I'm pushing the envelope on my end. I'm doing as much work as I could possibly do in my own businesses. And like I said, guys, all the stuff that I do in my own real life, I'm trying to bring to you guys and inspire you guys with it. And the stuff that I do, I can only talk about here. Like you guys know, I started focusing on Society 6 much, much more because of the new changes that's going to happen or already been happening, and it's really going to be in full action on the 30th. So I started talking about it because that's something that's on my mind. So I could only talk about stuff on my mind. I'm really going hard. So shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. Let's keep working. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep succeeding. And success is available to everybody to grab. You just got to go through the pain. You got to go through the learning curve, and it's there. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.